June 13th, 1944. 0612 hours. The Norman sun barely crests the hedgerows outside Villers-Bocage, painting the dew-slick grass in bruised gold. Inside the steel belly of Tiger 007, SS Hauptsturmführer Michael Wittmann thumbs the sweat from his brow, the iron cross at his throat catching the periscope's green glow. The air reeks of diesel, cordite, and yesterday's fear. His crew, gunner Wall, loader Balthazar, driver Hantusch, radio man Herflinger, move like clockwork, hands calloused from 100 kills. Through the cupola, Wittmann spots them, a column of British Cromwells snaking along the Cane Road, engines coughing like sick dogs. Range, he murmurs, voice calm as a surgeon's. 800 meters, closing, Wall answers, finger already on the Kave K-36's trigger. Wittmann's lips curl. Ronsons, he whispers, the Tommy nickname for Shermans, always Light's first strike. The crew chuckles, low and private, the sound swallowed by the Tiger's 700 horsepower heartbeat. He doesn't see the olive-drab shadows yet, doesn't hear the wet storage 76mm Shermans ghosting through the bocage, HVAP rounds, snug in rubberized racks that won't cook off like the old dry stowage tunes. Doesn't know that in 15 minutes, his legend will be measured in burning steel. The first Cromwell erupts, 88mm round punching clean through the turret ring. Flames lick the sky. Wittmann's smirk widens. Next, he says, swinging the turret. But somewhere in the orchards, an American voice crackles over a borrowed British net. Flanked left, boys. Let's give the kraut cat a taste of its own medicine. The Tiger's engine roars. The hunt begins.
Dust spirals from Tiger 007's tracks as it crests the rise at point 213. The village of Villers-Bocage sprawling below like a broken chessboard. Wittmann's eyes narrow behind the Zeiss optics. The British column is scattering, half-tracks belching black smoke, infantry diving into ditches. Easy meat. Traverse right, Wool, brew them. The 88 barks. A Churchill 4 blooms into orange petals, its crew spilling out like rag dolls. Balthasar slams another round home, the breech clanging like a church bell. Laughter ripples again, short, sharp. The sound of men who believe the war is already won. Then, the world tilts. A hollow crack splits the morning. Tiger 205, Lieutenant Hantusch's sister tank, lurches, white sparks dancing off its glasses. A second crack. The turret ring shears. 205's cupola flips skyward, a grotesque lid. Flames roar out, sucking the oxygen from the air. Vol's head snaps around. What the hell was... Flank, left orchard. Hoflinger screams into the throat mic. Through the haze, Wittmann sees them. 5 M4A1 76W Shermans, wet stowage upgrades, long barrels glinting like needles. They've ghosted through a sunken lane the Germans never mapped, hull down behind a stone wall older than Napoleon. The lead Sherman's muzzle flashes. Tiger 007 rocks, 88mm armor plate shrieking as a hypervelocity, armor-piercing round punches just below the mantlet. No penetration. But the spalling inside peppers Wool's cheek with steel splinters. He curses, blood dripping onto the gun breech. Wittmann's smirk is gone, replaced by something colder. Driver, reverse, into the village. Hoflinger throws the Maybach into gear. Tracks chew earth, but the bocage is a maze, hedgerows thick as castle walls. The Tiger backs into a narrow lane and stalls. A stone wall blocks retreat. Another 76mm round slams home. This one finds Tiger 007's engine deck. Fuel ignites. Black smoke pours into the fighting compartment. Balthasar claws at the loader's hatch. "We're brewing!" Wittmann's mind races. 5 Shermans. 5 against 3 Tigers? The math is wrong. The laughter is dead.
The hatch of Tiger 007 rips open like a tin can. Wittmann holes himself out first, boots skidding on the scorched paint. Heat slaps his face. His Tiger is a torch, the Maybach screaming as it melts into slag. Balthasar tumbles after, uniform smoldering, Vol's Bud streaking his sleeve. Huntush and Hoflinger never make it. Their silhouettes writhe inside the turret basket, swallowed by fire. Rue Pasteur is a throat of stone and smoke, cobbles slicked with oil. A British Bren carrier lies gutted 20 meters ahead, its crew already ghosts. Wittmann drags Vol behind a half-collapsed garden wall, Luger in hand. The air tastes of cordite and roasting pork. "Where are they?" Then he hears it. American voices, calm, almost bored. "Easy 8, this is Firefly 2, target Brood. Shift fire, grid 217404. Repeat, shift fire." Wittmann risks a glance. 3 Shermans nose into the square, turrets traversing like hungry snakes. The 4th, call sign Cobra King, holds the high ground of the churchyard, 76 millimeters trained on Tiger 212, the last of his company still fighting. Lieutenant Steve's voice crackles in Wittmann's stolen earpiece, plucked from a dead British signals officer. "Hauptsturmführer, we're boxed. They're using the rubble as cover. Can't depress the gun." A wham! Cobra King fires. Tiger 212's frontal plate buckles inward, the 88mm barrel drooping like a broken finger. Steve's Tiger reverses blindly, smashing through a bakery. Bricks avalanche, dust blinds everything. Wittmann's knuckles whiten around the Luger. 1 pistol, no tank, no crew. You can almost taste the iron in the air. The moment a god of war becomes just another man. A shadow falls across the wall. An American sergeant, 22nd Armored, 66th Regiment, steps into view, Thompson leveled. His face is black with soot, eyes older than his years. "Hands up, Fritz." Wittmann raises them slowly. Behind the sergeant, a Sherman's engine idles, its wet stowage racks cool and unburned. No Ronson today.
The square is a graveyard of steel. Tiger 007's turret lies on its side like a discarded crown, the black cross blistered off. Smoke coils from the breeches of 3 more Tigers, 212, 205, 231, each a funeral pyre for 5 men Wittmann trained, drank with, trusted with his life. The American sergeant prods him forward with the Thompson's muzzle. Wittmann's boots crunch over shattered glass and spent casings. A Sherman's diesel growl fades as Cobra King's crew dismounts, cigarettes glowing like fireflies. 1 GI, barely shaving age, kicks the Tiger's track guard, whistles low. "Jesus, Sarge, we just bagged the White Tiger." Wittmann doesn't flinch at the nickname. He's staring at the church steps where Lieutenant Steve sits, head in hands, blood crusting his blonde hair. Steve's Tiger is a gutted cathedral behind him, 88mm tube bent skyward in surrender. You can feel it now, the shift. The bocage itself seems to exhale. Hedgerows that hid Panzers for weeks now cradle Shermans like old friends. An American lieutenant, name tag reads Baum, strides up, map case flapping. He eyes Wittmann's Knight's Cross, then the burning Tigers. "Hell of a morning, Captain. Your heavies are tough, but 5-1 with 76s, even cats run out of lives." Wittmann's voice is gravel. "You flanked us through lanes we never scouted. Wet racks, HVAP, you learned." Baum nods, almost respectful. Rhino tanks cut the hedges, radio nets synced with the Brits. And yeah, your Ronson joke, we fixed the stove.
He taps the Sherman's rubberized ammo bins. No more cook-offs, just business. A medic kneels by Wool, pressing sulfa powder into the gunner's cheek. Wool's eyes find Whitman's. Apology, rage, fear all at once. Baltasar's already cuffed, staring at the sky as if answers might fall. Boehm offers a cigarette. Whitman takes it. The match flares. For a moment, the only sound is the crackle of burning panzer steel and the distant thump-thump of Allied artillery walking towards Khan. Whitman exhales smoke. How many do we get? 7 Cromwells, 3 Churchills, 1 Firefly. Boehm shrugs. But you lost 4 Tigers. The road to Khan's open. 4 Tigers, 20 men. An army erased in 20 minutes. The sun climbs higher. The laughter is gone. Only the smell of victory and defeat remains.
A canvas flap snaps in the breeze outside a commandeered farmhouse. Inside, the air is thick with coffee, cigarette haze, and the copper tang of dried blood. Michael Wittmann sits on a wooden crate, wrists bound with signal wire, Knight's Cross dangling like a noose. Across the folding table, Major Hank Reed, G2, 2nd Armored Division, flips through a dossier thicker than a Bible. Black and white photos. Wittmann at Kharkov, Villers-Bocage before the fire, a Tiger column rolling past adoring French civilians in 40. Reed's voice is soft, almost kind. 138 tanks, Herr Hauptsturmführer. That's the count before breakfast. Care to update the scoreboard? Wittmann's eyes are flint. You have my tanks. Count the wrecks. Reed slides a grainy aerial recon print across the table. 4 Tiger Hulks in the square, 1 more smoldering on .213. Red grease pencil circles. 5. And 0 Shermans lost. Your unbreakable company gone. How's that taste? Silence. Outside, a Sherman crew sings Roll Me Over, off-key, clanging wrenches against track pins. You can almost hear the Reich's propaganda machine grinding its gears. How do you spin this? The Panther ace who burned Shermans like matches, now cuffed while GIs drink his coffee? Reed leans in. We know about the wet stowage, know you laughed at the Tommy Cooker. But here's what I want. Why'd you hold the village alone? No infantry screen, no recon? Hubris? Wittmann's laugh is a dry rattle. You think in swarms, we think in thrusts. Your swarms won the morning. He nods towards the tent flap. But Khan is not Paris. The war is long. Reed stuffs his cigarette. Not for you. A runner ducks in, hands Reed a flimsy. Eyes widen. Sir, Patton's Third Army just linked up at Avranches. Bouquet is cracked wide. Germans falling back to the sign. Wittmann's jaw tightens. The map on the wall shows red arrows, Allied spearheads, piercing like shrapnel. Reed folds the flimsy. Your Tigers scared us, Captain. Made us better, faster, smarter. You built the monster that ate you. Wittmann stares at the photo of his burning Tiger. The smirk from dawn is a ghost.
The sun is a white coin now, baking the calcium white dust that coats everything. Cobbles, corpses, the twisted limbs of Tigers dragged to the roadside like fallen titans. A salvage crew from the 102nd Ordnance Company swarms the wrecks. GIs with cutting torches and crowbars prying open engine decks, yanking out radios, anything stamped with the Wehrmacht eagle. One Sherman, call sign Lucky Lady, tows Tiger 007's carcass by the barrel, the 88mm drooping like a wilted flower. Sparks shower as the torch bites into the glacis plate. A sergeant chalks a tally on the turret cheek. 5-0. You can almost see the ghost of Wittmann's smirk in the scorch marks. Further down the lane, a French farmer, old enough to remember 1918, watches from his gate, pitchfork in hand. His daughter, maybe 16, offers canteens to the Americans. A GI presses a Hershey bar into her palm. She stares at the Tiger hull, then at the Shermans rolling past. unburned, unbowed. A war correspondent, helmet stenciled life, snaps photos. A GI perched on Tiger 212's gun, cigarette dangling, thumbs up. Caption already forming, the day the cat died. Back at the interrogation tent, Major Reed escorts Whitman past the line of prisoners. Balthazar limps beside Stief. Vole is on a stretcher, face swathed in gauze. Their eyes don't meet. Reed pauses at Tiger 007's corpse. "Touch it," he says. Whitman's bound hands hesitate, then rest on the warm steel. The paint blisters under his palms. He feels the ghost heat of the fire that cooked his crew. Reed's voice is quiet. This is what happens when the myth meets mass production. You had the best tank, we had 5 better ones. Whitman pulls his hand away as if burned again. Steel is steel. Men are men. Reed nods to the convoy. Dozens of Shermans, fresh from Cherbourg's docks, 76mm barrels gleaming. And tomorrow there will be 50 more. Wet racks, gyro stabilizers, HVAP. You taught us the price of arrogance. A deuce and a half backs up, ramp down. Whitman climbs aboard with the others. The tailgate slams. As the truck lurches toward the rear, he catches one last glimpse. A Sherman crew painting a new kill ring on their barrel. 5 white slashes. The Tiger is scrap. The Ronson never lit.